someone from the police forces, and today we are going to be talking about fire safety in our communities. So you should pay keen attention and listen in how you can prevent, or if it happens that an outbreak of fire has come and maybe your building and all that, how can you quickly prevent that? But also there are people you're supposed to call immediately to come in and help rescue. So to discuss all this, it is my privilege to have the AIP Walusimbi Elly, who is from the operations of the AIP Walusimbi Elly, who is from the operations of fire and rescue services. And we are going to first and foremost understand how it changed from fire brigade to the operations fire and rescue services. It is my pleasure to welcome you, Afande. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yes.
How are we here?
We are great.
How you know how is family TV, because this is my home now.
Oh, yeah.
Normally host us and then we talk about issues and they help the community.
That's very true.
Thank you very much for hosting us, and then you give us time and then at least we air out what can help our communities.
Okay.
Yes.
So first and foremost, how did you when did the transition happen? When did the change happen? Because I hear people still calling it fire brigade outside there.
Yeah, initially this was it is a police unit, one of the police units. It started way back. Maybe let me take you back briefly about how it started. It started during the times of those colonial times, 1921.
Wow.
Then it was only just to help those people to protect their factories, coffee factory and cotton ginneries. Then from there, it started, by the way, where it is now Bank of Uganda here.
Okay.
Then it went and they established where is Good Shade. By around 1954, it had already constructed where it is, and they opened it in 1954. So it started operating when in smaller districts, in towns basically, and it was called the Fire Brigade by then. And during the time of insurgencies, the political instability, by then it was operating like in 20 districts or towns, not even district towns. But during times of insurgency, it reduced to only Kampala and Jinja, only 2 towns. After that, around 1988, it started rejuvenating itself from where it is up to where. Now police started putting up different fire stations. And currently, there are over 45. 45.
Wow.
And since it has become big, they changed from fire brigade to a directorate of fire prevention and rescue services.
Okay.
That's now it's a bigger unit, and it has its own mandate. Basically, it derives it from the Constitution, Article 212.
Okay.
This one just to protect life and property. Then also, the way it started, it was also, it had some mandates, it had some visions, had some, but the major duty was to protect life and property. That's where we are.
Okay.
And their duties, we deal in road traffic accidents, we deal in fire. Most people think of only fire, but when it comes to anything that threatens human life, which is maybe can cause threat, we are there. We have fire, road traffic accidents, we could normally call them RTA. Then we have landslides, we have anything that can scare people, then we are there. Then we have these insects can be attacked by bees. You call us, we help you.
Yeah, time we were attacked by locusts.
A locust, yes, and we can help. Then you have these CBRNs, these chemical, biological, you can so many those things that can threaten human life. Like now during a time of COVID, we are supposed to be at the forefront. Yes.
Okay, that's very interesting. So, and you did talk about the mandate. What role? What is your mandate as a directorate?
Our mandate, as I told you, it is derived from the Constitution of Uganda, Article 212, which states that the functions of the police actually, for the functions of the police, which says that to protect life, and property of the public. That's our major mandate.
Okay.
Because it is a police unit and it must work within what police is supposed to do. That's where also we get our mandate.
Okay.
Yes. Then also we want to become world-class fire and rescue services that is committed to trusted people of Uganda. That is, we developed our vision so that we can help us to move. And then also we wanted to be to protect life and property of the public in partnership, by the way, with the community through provisions of efficient fire and rescue services.
Okay.
That is our mission. That's what we wanted to come up with, and then we are moving within those vision and the mission which guide us to do the work.
Okay.
But above all, the other mandate of the functions of the Uganda police.
Okay.
Yes.
Very interesting. Now, you did mention you have stretched to 45 districts. Do you have enough equipment? And also, in a scenario of Kampala City, if someone makes an alarm that here there is an outbreak, with the congestion we have, how do you manage to reach on time?
The equipments, I may not say they're enough, but we have.
Okay.
At least in major towns, at least there is a fire station. And you cannot say they're enough because this is the police is trying its best so that you can put at least every district.
Oh, okay.
But they have stretched in so many districts now. And at least where you say fire station, the equipment, at least two, minimum two. There is a fire engine, or a fire tender, and there is a water tanker.
Okay.
Then that one can stretch sometime in different districts around, depending the threats within that area. But at least they have tried to stretch much. Then when it comes to in Kampala here, Kampala, you know, is complicated.
Very.
But what we have devised, we have put up what we call satellite stations. We have the major station at Clock Tower. Then you have what we call satellite station in different major roads out of Kampala.
Okay.
Kololo, we have one, which can help that area. Then you have Bweyogerere, you have Nansana, you have Kajansi. So we have Kawempe. So that if there is a problem within those areas, instead of moving from Clock Tower and the jam of the city, we just communicate those one who are nearby, then we back up.
Okay.
That's what we have done. Because we used to be with only one centralized place, that is fire headquarters here, but could be challenging. You have gone to where you get it, there is fire in Kawempe. You are still in Kawempe, there is fire in Ginger Road. So there's also Namamv actually. Then in Mukono, on that road, Mukono, Lugazi, up to Ginger.
Okay.
Then those fire stations are there. At least we can now manage the situation. We can manage like 3 to 4 fires at a go. Yes, in different directions. If a situation comes, but also we work in partnership with other people like the UPDF, Sister Force. They have also fire department at Machindie. When the situation is totally a backup, you can call them.
Okay.
Yes.
Very interesting. Now, by the way, if today we want to say, I understand there are so many risks, and the things you address are quite a number. But today I want us to focus much on these fires. What are the most common causes of fires?
It depends the area and the season. Because there are seasons where fires are so rampant.
And what are those seasons?
And there are seasons where fires are not rampant, but we find there are seasons, like for example, when students have just gone back to school, you get so many challenges of fires in schools, and that's where we are put much emphasis. At least this time, we have tried to reduce. We cannot say that is totally, but we have reduced, because when students go back to school, their schools are burning, and in most cases, more so when the year has just started, we find different schools are burning in different areas.
What could be the problem?
One, they put much emphasis on academics and they leave the safety part of it.
Okay.
Then also, since they normally get so many people from different backgrounds, there is that area of negligence, how to handle people. People are supposed to handle these children and also not well trained in safety management, and they are not sensitized. Sometimes a slight accident, let's say spark, is mismanaged and then it spreads. That's one. Two, we have also some students or pupils who are, I don't know where they groomed them, but sometimes they do things recklessly and they do things to whom it may concern. They don't mind, they can do anything. Others are just, they were brought up badly and they can do anything. Then also there is what we call competition within these schools. There is a school which is moving very fast. They set it on fire, other people. Sometimes they call it for themselves, they term theirs as a speed governor. The school is moving very fast, then they set it on fire. So that's what they have been doing. And you find the school has burnt. But basically what normally set fire in these facilities, they are negligence. Sometimes when you go like now, we find the school as if it doesn't have fire extinguishers, doesn't have people who are trained in fire safety, and the way they have organized their dormitories, this is just a hole. So a small fire starts in one corner, it burns everything. It's supposed to be at least partitioned. So in most cases, they have that challenge, but we are trying to talk to them and we work hand in hand and we say way forward how we can be preventing totally these fires, because we say the best way to fight fire is to prevent it. Yes.
Very interesting. Actually, when you talk of safety in schools, there's a time I visited a particular school, and for them they shifted to clean energy, but where they're having their gas that they use to cook is actually not so far from the dormitory. From one of the halls there's children sleeping. What precautions are you engaging when these people are setting up such developments? Do they inquire you? How do they go about it?
Actually, every school is supposed to carry out what we call a safety audit. Then they're supposed to get what we call safety compliance certificate to show that what they are doing is right. Then on top of that, whatever they are doing, they must be in line with the safety systems they have. But most of them, they get service providers who are not trained. They give them those equipments. Now, this one of clean energy, they use gas. In Uganda, we don't have the capacity to fight gas fires. I'm on TV, I can tell you the fact. We don't have the capacity to fight gas fires.
Wow.
Then you find that it's a way forward. Most of now people are using gas. Schools are using gas. But the challenge is one, we call it LPG, but that's what they use. It is very challenging because in most cases it is in liquid form when it is in a container. When it starts burning, it turns to be gas. And can be suspended in the air. So once it is burning, it can be in every corner. And it is very violent in most cases. The biggest challenge, there is no system that you can put in place to fight such fires. The only way you use other method to try, like cooling the city and not to burst, maybe to evacuate people, to be upwind, but all of them, there is no clear method. Once gas starts, that is a gone case. There is nothing much you can do, because where are you going to be? Only maybe to save life, just tell people evacuate. But there is no way, nobody will tell you that I will stop the gas to spread from this corner to this corner. That will be a total lie. And people who are selling gas, they have not also told the people. People have these small cylinders at home. And these days, they are burning. But there is no precautionary measures they have put in place. Maybe gas is good, but it needs to be very cautious about it.
Very cautious.
So when it comes to school, again, you have to be more cautious, and then you employ people who are trained, and you put in place fire safety, because anybody with a bad heart can open that gas and set it on fire. It will spread like wildfire, and then can burn. So such people, the one you said that you put it near a dormitory, it is very dangerous. If you have contact with them, let them come and we advise them. They can go to school and visit them, and we talk what they're supposed to do. We give them the technical advice, and then they can continue use their gas, provided they don't put the life of the students and other people at stake.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow. And then when we talk of safety again, what are some of the practices that we should inherit as citizens to avoid fires?
Basically, what you are supposed to do, let me start at home.
Okay.
In at home, never sleep in a house without water.
Oh.
At any moment, every night. Because most of the fires which normally start at our homes, for us we term it as flammable sources are the one which normally burns. We call it as class A. And the best agent to put off such fire is water.
Okay.
And because they generate a lot of heat, once that heat is much, and sometimes there are some big things are burned, you cannot separate them, then the only way is just reduce that heat. What you do, pour water, if it is safe to do so. Or else, if it is much, they normally generate a lot of smoke. That water, if you cannot pour it on a burning material, you use it to save to save yourself. You can get like a bed sheet or a blanket, soak it in that water, wrap it in the face so that you don't inhale that burnt gas. Then you can maneuver and move out of the facility, then you go out. But if you don't have that, most of the people who die in these fires, they die because of smoke. Fire just comes and summarizes those bodies. But if you can, you know that safety measure that you can do that, then, or else you can also, when you have that water you have used, you can also, when you are moving out in such environment, just crawl down, and then you move out than moving upright when you are inhaling as if the heart is outside here. So it is very easy to die. That's what we normally tell people. Then also, we normally tell people, you need to stay in the environment knowing all, if you are, let's say one room like what Kampala is, most of the facilities, most people, they lock themselves inside with padlocks. So put a central place where you're supposed to put a key, so that anybody who's in that house can remember and open. Sometimes you find people have died in a house, but because they failed to open up the door themselves. Somebody got the key and decided to put it under the bed. Sometimes fire starts near the bed, because what they do, they get candles at night, they wake up, more so ladies. And those who have kids, they put on these bed heads and whatever, then the candle melts and burns them. Or sometimes this electricity, sometimes when you have not connected well your house, it can cause any problem. But what we normally encourage them, when you are going to sleep, make sure you know where you are going to pass in case of emergency inside. That's what we normally encourage people. Then also, be with contacts. First of all, with the chairman, the area police. So you must be with the number of the command of that police post or the number of that police post, so that in case of any problem you call. Then also you can call fire brigade. You have numbers, maybe you put it there also. 0800 12 22. 08 00 12 12 22. That one can help you. Then if it is a facility like let's say a big facility like this facility here, there are things you are supposed to know before you do anything. First of all, know that when there is a problem, now here we are on 13th floor. 13th floor, yes. Know that if there is emergency, what am I supposed to do? I'm not supposed to use a lift.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to use the steps, but I must be knowing the directional signages. Where am I supposed to pass? Where am I going to do? What am I supposed to do? Then you move on. But there are some people, when emergency strikes, they have never used even these steps from 13th floor. So if emergency, and then you have switched off power, they will also become stuck because the lift is not working. So become used. Some days, if in the morning you use the lift, in the evening you use the steps, it will help you to become used with the facility. Also, like a facility like this one, if you have this, I don't know how you call the system, you use the fingerprints, and then you have to put in place what we call a fail-safe system. Okay. Fail-safe. In case there is a problem, all those will open automatically and they don't close using those bino whatever you have here. So you have to have what we call a fail-safe system. You put it in your system so that if there is any challenge, the doors will just open. Then you move. Okay. Then you induct what we call a fire drill so that people can become used. In case there is emergency, then the people will know where to go. Then leaving the facility, then somebody gets a border home. Then you begin looking for such a person. So people must be knowing. Then also, they must know the location of these fire safety systems, which help in these the fires you have just started, incipients fires, all those small fires, how to use those fire extinguishers, the manual call points to alert others. All that one must be, the people in the facility must know it. Wow. If it is a school, there must be guidelines, and the people you have employed, like matrons, the askaris, and the teachers, it is a must. They must be trained. But you go to school, you take them. Nothing. When you tell them, they tell you, we are busy, we are in the mid-term curriculum, we have not yet finished. But when emergency strikes, then they begin speaking in tongues. So, and then they begin, we're sorry, we did not do this. Yet that is part of what they're supposed to do. Because they are people, they are accommodating. And there's one interesting thing. The moment a problem strikes, you will see different stakeholders. Lawyers will be there, journalists will be there. And these other people, all of them will be asking, why didn't you put this? And it will be pinned. Yes, you are supposed to do it. So, in a school, askari must know the environment. A good school must have a fence. It can be live fence. It can be maybe this one constructed if it is, it can be a chain. And it must be gazetted areas of exit and entrance. Okay. So not everybody passes where he wants. Then there must be a system which coordinates with these people at the gate and administration. But you go to any school right now, you reach the gate, the askari will tell you, you are going where? I'm going to CHM. We tell you, it's there. Hey. For if you reach on the one, you divert yourself, you go to dormitories. Nobody will even bother. So that's the challenge. Then also the students must be empowered to know what they have put in place. In case, how do they rescue themselves? How they say, even if they are young. I normally go to these kindergartens and tell them, in case of emergency, you just run away, no matter even if you are naked. Don't mind. Your safety first, your life first, and you will understand. But you tell the teachers, we need this. They only wait when a problem. They are more reactive than being proactive. Wow. That's the biggest challenge we have. Okay,
so I think we shall continue with more safety practices when we return from the short break.
Okay.
Issues at hand. This is Church of Uganda Family TV. Enriching lives. Regulated by the Uganda Communications Commission. This is Church of Uganda Family TV. Enriching lives. Regulated by the Uganda Communications Commission. Issues at hand.
Yes, you are watching Issues at Hand, and with me in studio is Assistant Inspector of Police Walusimbi Elly, who is under the Operations Fire and Rescue Services. And of course, we are discussing about fire safety in our communities and what you could do as well. In case a fire breaks out, what are you supposed to do immediately, even before you make the calls? You've been given the number, by the way. If I can repeat it, we shall also repeat it at the end of the show, 0800-1212-22, and then you'll be able to contact them, and of course they'll be able to guide as well as they push to come closer to where you are. 0800-1222 is the number. So, Afande, we were still talking about the key safety practices, and also my mind triggered a little bit to the communities that may not have the fire equipment yet in place, because we did mention we have 45 so far. For those communities, even when the maybe the equipment is around but it has delayed a little bit, what are those practices these people can employ?
And you know, when emergency strikes, the laws also will be near. They have put in place some laws, like Occupational Health and Safety Act 2006, Section 56 up to 60. It mandates the proprietors, the owners of these facilities, to put in place fire safety systems.
Oh, yes.
So when you have a facility, you are mandated to put in place fire safety systems, basic fire safety systems at least. Then also the law goes ahead, and then also the people who are there, like this place, the employees, are also mandated to know how those systems work. Then when emergency strikes, if those people, they know what to do, those things they were put in place, those who are residing there or are using that facility, they know what to do, they can at least try something and try to put off such fires if they are there. And in the process, others will be calling emergency units to come and assist. But the challenge we have got more so in the city here, when emergency strikes, even if it is small, people take off.
Yeah.
And the facilities they are supposed to use them, they are not there. Point in a case, go to Chikubo. Most of the facilities or the buildings you see there, they are in multi-billion, but they don't have even a single extinguisher of 100,000.
Wow.
You see? Go, you a journalist, go to petrol stations. Ask one of the pamper tenant, what is the use, do you know how to use that fire extinguisher? They will tell you different story. There is a bucket they put there. What is the use there for? They have put some 2 kilos of sand. You ask them, what's the use of this bucket? They will tell you it is going to be used to put off fire, which is not true. So people don't know. Others, they put them as a decoration. So, and when a problem strikes, the brigade or the directorate becomes a punching bag. Then they begin blaming. Yet when you sit with them, you say, what does the law require here? What are you supposed to do? We are supposed to work hand in hand as a team. But not for you put up your things, as much as we have a mandate to protect life and property. But also you have a responsibility as a citizen.
Yeah.
Also we are supposed to work as partners. And then when there is a problem, we team up. And then, but you say you neglect yourself, and then when a problem strikes, you begin what we call a blame game. Yet the law was put in place. Also, you are supposed to play your part. So that's one. Two, in areas where they don't have such things, they are also supposed to at least to know what are they supposed to do. They call us, we train them.
Yes.
It's not necessary if you don't have an extinguisher that you cannot help yourself, at least to evacuate. You see? But also, they need to use other methods. Like they have different world, because most of those areas, what normally the fires normally experience, it is a pure class A fire which needs water, of which they have, but they don't have the technique how to apply it, and those technical way, like a water chain line up, or maybe you apply to national water, they put for you what we call a fire hydrant. It is just a government facility. Your work is only your leaders to apply. National water will come and put it there. Once it is there, you ask fire brigade, how does it work? Then we train you how it works. Even if you don't have a fire truck, but when you have a hydrant nearby, you just contact us, we give you support, we tell you what you're supposed to do. There is also where we can assist and we give you those equipments. You be with them in the community. So that if emergency strikes, the people around there, they just connect, and then they fight the fire. But in case like Balikudembe, we have the St. Balikudembe market, so they commonly known as Owino. Go there now. It is on God's mercy. I mean, camera here, I tell you, it is on God's mercy. There is not totally, even like a small extinguisher of 2 kilograms is not there.
And it's very congested.
Very congested. But you wait when a problem strikes. They are seeing us, we are near there. But it's not easy to access it. You go on knocking people because you are going to save people in the market. You go on slowly following the road rules. By the time you reach there, it is a bigger problem. Then they begin a problem. But when you ask them, what measures did you put in place to safeguard such a place? They will tell you, the government is supposed to do it. Yet they are the people who are supposed to work there. Go there. Get your camera. You just go there and talk about the markets. What you will find there. You have gone there several times, talk to them. Even the hydrant they had put in place, they have blocked them, and they have constructed on top of them, and there is nothing. Totally nothing. That big market you see. Go to the timber yard every year, it burns in Deba. You have a problem. When you go to them and tell them, can we assist you? Then they tell you, we are busy today, we are going to offload. Finally, we shall call you. A year goes. When a problem strikes, they are in the car. They normally put them in the camera. Fire brigade has come here without water, blah, blah, what? They have not assisted us. Yet themselves, they are supposed to also put in place what can assist them. Then we back up. But they wait when a problem strikes, they talk much. So that is there. Then you go to Wise. I used that these days Wise has reduced. I think they have started to learn, but also it used to be there. 99% all markets, they don't have control measures. They don't. Go to the buildings here. You can, from this one I've seen you, at least here you have. Here you have at least. But go to different buildings. Just move there. You will become shocked and you see these people, in case there is a problem, what are they supposed to do? And if you may ask, do they have what we call this certificate of safety? Do they have it? Safety compliance. I don't know whether you have it here. So you ask those who are managing this facility. So those one help because it goes with the inspection. You do the inspection. Then you recommend, they put in place, then they give you that certificate to show that at least you have this, and you have where to start from. What you don't have, you put it slowly by slowly, but people take it, we don't want that. When a problem strikes, they react. Then you go to all vehicles in the city. I don't know, there is no, if you had to find extinguisher, maybe a fuel truck. But these other vehicles are supposed to have at least
the
one
mechanics steal them.
But it is if you devise means to protect it, they can still, if they can steal the entire vehicle. What about the extinguisher? Protect it and put it in the but it's not there. Go to our homes. The viewers who are there, you might find there is nobody who is having an extinguisher at home. And if a problem strikes, you will begin running in circles. Even doesn't have that toll-free line of fire brigade. Himself cannot put off a small fire in a kitchen. And it will begin running. Yet, we recommend that if you have a home, at least be with one extinguisher of a CO2. If it is like where we rent, the landlord is supposed to put like 4 extinguishers to protect that facility. But You go where people sleep.
Ah.
Have you ever seen when a landlord has put one?
No
But
way.
these days buildings are banned. Recently, there's a building in Lubaga of our former one of the senior citizen who died, but it banned. But there was no protection in it. Okay, so you find a very good facility, nothing for protection. They take it for granted. Then they wait when a problem is there. They are crying. They say, now, whom can we unleash our anger? Fire brigade. So, but what are we trying to tell them? Let us work hand in hand. Let us cooperate. We shall advise them. Extinguisher is as cheap as from 80,000. 80,000. Then you go on until you buy, because they vary in sizes. This one of like 4 kilograms, it is 80. This one of 6 kilograms, it is something like 150. This one of like 25 can go like some amount because of the quantity. But put it there, one day it will help you. But people, when you tell them, say, for what? You can spend 10 years when you have not seen fire and you're working, but once it comes, it can take things you have worked for 10 years in 3 minutes.
Yeah, that's
so
right.
that's the biggest challenge. We are encouraging people now. Let us invest much in fire prevention. Let us invest much in awareness. They can call us. Use that very number. They say we have organized our people. Even if they are 10, for us we shall go there. We don't need anything. Only just tell us at 10, we need a team of fire brigade to be here. We can go there, no matter in which part of the country, because at least we have put different stations. We just say, so will be there at that time. And then we sensitize. Then also, those business facilities, let them also come to us. We advise them what they're supposed to do to protect. Like in Kampala here, there are different arcade owners and different organization in charge of those arcades. But none has ever come to us to assist them. But you wait. When there is emergency, you'll get your camera and you ask them, did you one time go to fire brigade and talk about this? They'll tell you, those people, even if you do what, they'll begin blaming because they want to be safe. But when out of camera, they will come to us slowly, by slowly. One day you see, you saw the problem. Now I need a letter which can assist me to go to where I got the money. And then it showed that there was a fire. And it showed that at least there was this equipment. Yet they were not there. So that's what they normally do.
Okay.
So what do we encourage them? Those people, we are trying to tell them, let them put in place what we call fire safety systems.
Okay.
2, let them come to us and we work together as a team. 3, let them also put people who are trained, those who are safeguarding the building, to be trained, because training is for free. It is not free. Whatever I'm talking about, it is already facilitated, but people don't want to come and use it. But they wait. When there is a problem, then they become the spokesperson of that problem. That is the biggest challenge we have. But for us, we are ready. We encourage everybody, even if it's a let's say facility where people sleep, and you realize there's a problem, you want to learn over the weekend. You say, we have 30 minutes. Fande, can't you come? We can come, and then we talk about that. We tell you what we're supposed to do, and then life moves on properly. Okay, that's what we are doing.
Wow. What is your plea to these majorly like the owners of these huge facilities that can attract fires at any time?
We normally we are calling them to come on board. First, let them come and we do what we call safety audit in every facility. So that they start up what we call, they come up with a file which indicates what they have and what they don't have, and our recommendation will help them to buy the right things. Most of them, they are just buying things because of pressure they don't know. We have a facility now which is, I can talk about it, harm. When you move around, they have all what it takes to put off fire, but they are not positioned in the right place.
Oh.
Yes, they have it, but the people who are there, I don't know who advised them. I'm yet to go there. they did not put them in the right place. Like you have extinguisher and put them in a store. Will they help you?
Not at all.
So it is there. And when you go there, you find that they have everything first class. But you need maybe to first go there. Or we know they don't have anything. So we are calling them on board. Then to help them. Then these people of Chikubo, they don't have anything.
They have the mercy of God.
Mercy of God. So we are calling upon all those business people. Let them come, or they invite us. They might fail because those are our bosses. They might fail to come, but let them call us. We shall go there. For us, we advise them. We don't need anything. Only we need to go there. We work hand in hand. I have my contact. I can give it to people, and then they call me. Then I because I'm the community liaison officer. I can go there. I can go with my team. If maybe I'm somewhere, like I'm here on TV, I can send some people to go there. They can call me on 0752 70 76 29.
Okay.
That one they call me direct, 0752 70 76 29. So they call me. Then we see. We can prevent. I remember I told you the best way to fight fire is to prevent it.
Yeah. That's right.
So if you don't invest much in prevention, you are doing nothing. Because when emergency strikes, it will incur some costs. Because every fire starts as a near miss. A near miss is something which starts, doesn't injure, but it has happened. For example, if you have extension, you put something, it sparks. For you say, just maybe there is some, but that is a near miss. Once the near miss accumulates, it goes to incidences. Incidences, that's where you see now it is damaged. It does not damage anything, but it's there. Something has happened on this extension. Once the incidences accumulate, it goes to accident. That's how things start. Once also you neglect accidents, small accidents, it goes to emergency. Where now it needs people have been affected, you need to take them to hospital. If let's say property is damaged, you need to replace. That's now it has gone to accident and emergency. It is there. Once also it goes beyond the emergency where you can handle, it goes to what we call a disaster. The entire facility is gone. Some people either dead or some are injured. Now also if you neglect that point, it goes to what we call a catastrophe. That's a point of no return. Everything is gone. So what are we supposed to do? There are indicators when it is still a near miss and incident. You bought that extension when it is white.
Yes.
The viewers who are there, let them look at the extension. Is it still white? If it has changed the color, it has gone into brown, into black, you know you are in problems. It indicators that any time a problem is going to happen, but for you are keeping quiet.
Because still working.
You see, are still working. It is original. So that's how things start. And then people neglect. There's nothing which happens unless maybe it is like maybe a bomb or maybe just explosion. But most of the fires you see, they start. There are people who have constructed houses. You are supposed to inspect that house every 5 years. You constructed the house in 1980 or 1990 or 2000 something. You have never gone back to the ceiling to see what they put there. That material was strong. So when a problem strikes and then so you need to bring technicians, then they will be helping you so that there is a service. If you yourself you go to hospital and say, I'm not feeling well, what about the facility? Have you replaced them? Or for you are saying, to me it may concern. Then the problem strikes, you begin blaming. So that's what's happening with our people. So I'm encouraging them, let them do what we call routine checks, let them contact the technical people, and then whatever they are doing, let them be filing it more so those who are having big facilities. Once they file, it will help us that this year you had this year you need this. Technology also changes. Like we used to have this execution like what you have. These days you have even those one which are automatic. They are there. Yes, instead of waiting people to come, they will trigger them, say they have put them on the market. Yes. So you can be in a facility, you are not staying there, at least install automatic extinguishers. They will help you. But when you talk about it, they will say, is it there? even money when they don't have. So we're encouraging him to work hand in
Wow,
hand.
thank you so much, Afande. Maybe in just a few seconds, if you can give us your last words to the people out there.
Basically, I encourage them to be in touch with them. And what I'm encouraging them, let us visit Fire Brigade. Let them get a team, tell us, Afande, we are coming to Fire Brigade to visit, and then you sensitize us. That's one. Let them be coming there. That's a public office. 2, let them call using that number 0800 12 12 22. Then also, let them call me direct on 0752 70 76 29. I will be assisting them. Then also, whenever they are going to buy, let's say, an extinguisher, because it is just open market, they can call us, and then we advise them which companies. We have companies we know that we put them on task. Whatever they supply, they must monitor it for a full year. If anything happens on that equipment, that person is reliable and you can recommend. You have so many like Suka, you have Dre, you have others, so many those companies. But people who normally go there, they just go to somebody who say, I know it. You go to open market, you buy, somebody also doesn't know what is selling to you. What is inside doesn't know, it's no service, you put it there. You want extinguisher, it is there, but do you know how it works? So we have those companies we can recommend, and then you go there, you negotiate yourself. And then where you fail, you contact us. But at least when you have got a technical view, where to go, where to buy, and what equipment are you supposed to buy. Because you can go and buy extinguisher like a CO2. Yet what you have needs water.
Oh.
Yes. You can go and buy a CO2, yet what you have needs powder. And then you have wasted. Like I've ever seen in a bank, they have bought water extinguisher. They are using electronic gadgets. You will see them water extinguisher now. If your computer is burning, would you use it? So that's it. Then let them come. Our director, they can come and visit our director, Mr. Tanui, AIGP Tanui, is also there in the office. Whatever they want to talk about it, is always, his office is always open. And if they want him to visit them, like business places, just call director, and then you can come, you make program with him. You will come and talk to you. You will come with a team to advise you, because for him, he likes people to be safe.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow. Thank you so much, Assistant Inspector of Police Walusimbi Elly, for these interesting words that you've given us, but also being one of the most informative shows that I've hosted. Thank you so much for giving us all that. Well, I believe you now know what to do, and I trust that you can be able to secure yourself and your community from these fires. These are simple things that you can do, as you also go ahead to call them on 0800 12 12 22, but also his specific number of 0752 7076 29. So please, you are safe out there, and it is a very big crime to be ignorant about how you can be safe in society. It is a Friday. I want to wish you a lovely one ahead, a lovely weekend ahead, but please, the biggest message we are sharing is make sure that you are safe out there.
Issues at hand. This is Charge of